When you're involved in completing a big project, such as a school improvement project or a neighborhood cleanup, you often want others to know about it. You may even want people to join you in completing the project. One way to raise awareness and recruit volunteers is to create a flyer to promote your project. In this lesson, you will create a promotional flyer for a large project you and your class or group might do together in your community or school. The example in this lesson is a flyer about a neighborhood cleanup project. You will create a flyer about a project you and your group or class will work on together. A big project, such as a neighborhood cleanup, involves many tasks to be completed and many people to complete them. A promotional flyer can make a project like this easier to complete by spreading the word to people around your school or community who might be inspired to either support or join you. As you complete your flyer in Google Drawings, you will set up the size and background color, add and format text, add and format images, and align the text and images in your flyer. This lesson uses Google Drawings, but you can apply these skills and concepts in any drawing application or even on a piece of paper. To work on this lesson, sign into your Google account, open a new tab in your browser, and navigate to google.com. If you're not signed in, do so now. If you do not have a Google account, pause the video and create one now. To begin, open your Google Drive, create a new drawing, and rename it. Then set up your drawing so it's the size of a typical flyer. Most flyers are the size of a standard sheet of paper. If you're working with a group, you can work around one computer and have one group member type the text, or you can each contribute from your own computers. Now it's your turn. Create a new drawing, rename it, set it to flyer size, and share it with your group. In this video, you will add and format text in your flyer. While flyers should be colorful, appealing, and interesting to look at, when people read your flyer, they should learn something about your project as well. Adding text to describe and explain your project will help readers better understand its purpose. Big projects often need volunteers or supporters, so use your flyer to encourage others to join your group in your efforts. To begin, add a text box to your flyer. Then add text to your text box. The text at the top of your flyer should get people's attention and communicate your project's purpose in an interesting way. To help people notice your text, change the font and size. Changing your text to all capital letters is one way to make it easier to see and read. You can also change the color of your text. Choose a color that you think will look good on a flyer and that will gain people's attention. You can highlight some of your text to add even more emphasis to it. Next, add text in another text box to tell more about your project. You should include at least one text box that clearly states what your project is about and what people can do to help. Then, format the text. You can choose a different font, color, and style, or you can keep certain things the same. Add emphasis to words or sentences that you want people to notice. You want others to learn about your project while also thinking about supporting or volunteering for your cause. Be sure to include important details about your project that people might need to know to participate. You might include the time, date, and location if there's a specific event. If people need to bring something with them to participate, you can include that information as well. Adding bullets to project details can make them more organized and easier to follow. After you've added all your project information, align the text boxes. This keeps all your information neatly arranged. You can also center the text in the text boxes to keep your information looking organized. Now it's your turn. Add project details in 2 or more text boxes, format the text, and align the text in text boxes. In this video, you will add an image to your flyer to make it look more complete and visually appealing. An image is a great way to bring more attention to your project. Images provide visual details that can help people make connections to the purpose of your project and your group's efforts to complete it. Images can often gain added attention that words alone cannot. To complete a big project like yours, getting as much attention as possible is a good thing. To begin, find an image to add to your flyer. You can use an image from your phone or computer. The image you choose should be suited to your project. You can search the web for an appropriate image if you need to. If you cannot find an exact image for a project, choose something that can act as a symbol for it. Choose an image that represents your project in a way that anyone seeing your flyer will understand. Search for the image, review the search results, and choose an image for your flyer. Make sure you have the right to use the image. Add the image to your flyer, then move the image and adjust its size to fit with the text in your flyer. You want the image to be large enough to clearly see, but not so large that it takes the focus away from the project details. You can add more images if you choose. You may need to move your text boxes to make room and align them with your image. Next, change the background color. You can choose a color that your group has used or will use in other project materials. Or use your school colors or a color that looks good with the rest of your flyer. Now it's your turn. Add an image to your flyer, format and align it, and choose a background color. When you're working on a big project to make your school or community a better place, it's important to get support. You want to let everyone around you know about the work your group is doing, so they can take an interest in your efforts and maybe even help out and join in. In this lesson, you created a flyer to advertise and get support for a community project you're working on with your class or group. Creating a promotional flyer is a great way to spread the word about a project you're taking part in. The flyer you created has details about your project that can inform others, get them interested, and perhaps persuade them to become involved. To create your flyer, you set up your page, you added, formatted, and aligned text, you added, formatted, and aligned images, and you changed the background color. You can apply the digital skills from this lesson to create flyers for other purposes as well. Flyers are often used to advertise something for sale or a local event. No matter what you use it for, a promotional flyer is an effective way to spread information and enthusiasm and gain help and support for your effort.